some new games coming to the Switch.
Nintendo Switch OLED, Breath of the Wild 2, Pokemon Arceus revealed.
And who am I? That's a secret everybody knows. You know you love me. XOXO, SuperSwitchGo. Guys, we've got new games coming to the Switch, which I'm so excited to dive in with you. We've also got some news about not only Breath of the Wild 2, but the rest of the games that are scheduled to come out for this year. We've got lots of Pokemon leaks. Like, I do not know what is going on in the Pokemon corner, but we need to have a reevaluation of our security measures. Plus, more information about the new Switch Pro that's apparently coming sometime between now and 2099. Let's dig in. All right, guys, so famed leaker Samus Hunter has some new news for us that has to do not just with Grand Theft Auto, but the games beyond Grand Theft Auto. Apparently, Rockstar and Nintendo are working together to bring even more games to the Switch, and here's what's rumored to be there. Red Dead Redemption is one of my favorite games, which is weird because it's not usually the style of game that I go for, but I just really enjoyed playing them. Grand Theft Auto 4 and 5, which I feel like, of course, was probably gonna come eventually, but this one I did not see coming. Midnight Club and Max Payne 3. No news yet if Max Payne 1 and 2 are coming, but Max Payne 3, baby. Get ready. Yeah, this is really exciting news, and I feel like Nintendo is currently in this renaissance of collaboration. Like, Nintendo is collaborating with more people ever before. Like, they got a freaking Disney character in Smash. I feel like the sky is the limit when it comes to who Nintendo is gonna collaborate with next. Who knows, maybe Phil Spencer will finally even get his Game Pass on Switch. All right, guys, we have a lot to talk about with Pokemon Diamond and Pearl. So as we all know, there are people who got their copies early, and there have been full gameplay leaks. Like, there is information everywhere of everything you would need to know about Pokemon Diamond and Pearl, which sucks if you really don't want spoilers, which on the other hand though is a pretty good thing for those who were waiting to see what it was gonna look like before they purchased. Now you can kind of get a glimpse of if the art style is something you mesh with and if you think it's actually a good remake or not before pulling the $60 trigger. You know what, if you don't wanna watch a full video walkthrough of the game because you don't want that in-depth spoilers, but you still wanna see some parts of the game, don't worry, there are plenty of pictures floating around from Pokemon Center to battles, all that good stuff. Now, the Pokemon Company is notorious for cracking down on leaks, so who knows how long this information will actually be up and circulating on the internet. And other exciting Pokemon news that is not a leak and officially announced by Pokemon Brilliant Diamond and Shining Pearl are giving bonus outfits to those who have, quote, early purchases. Now, I don't think they meant people who are getting their games early at this time when they were doing the wording. I think they just meant people who were buying it before February. So these bonus outfits will actually allow you to dress like the protagonist from Pokemon Platinum, the version 2008. Woo! A great win for everyone who loves nostalgia. So once you do get your copy, and if you get your copy early, this will not be available until the actual release date of November 19th. Regardless, what you need to do is access the in-game mystery gift function, and as long as you do that before February 21st, you are good to go. So you're welcome in advance, friends. In other Pokemon news, this video is just basically a Pokemon video now because we have another giant leak again from a future Pokemon game, Pokemon Arceus, which is known to be like Pokemon Breath of the Wild is what we're all expecting. Well, a recent leak just revealed that there are going to be 7 new Pokemon in this game. And I am so excited. Not only that, but there are going to be 17 different unique Hisuian Pokemon variations, and I cannot wait to see them all. I just love looking at Pokemon. Like, Pokemon are just so cute, and I just love seeing like all the different little varieties. Like, when they did the different varieties of Vulpix, I like needed a day to just look at them because they're just so cute. And while the leak didn't give us any names or pictures of any Pokemon specifically, they did say that an announcement about these is going to be coming soon. So fingers crossed, elbows crossed, legs crossed, everything's crossed It will be soon. All right, so in my last video, I talked about that big old Nintendo investors meeting that went down and all they talked about, but there were some details that I couldn't cram all into one video, one of which is this massive game timeline that they released, which helped us know which games are on track and which games are on track. Thankfully, Breath of the Wild is on track. I was so worried. I was like, please don't take this from me. This is one of the things I am the most excited about in 2022. We still don't have like a solid date. It's just like a blaring 2022, but you know what? I'm finding comfort in at least it's a year away from now. As for what was on the list, don't worry, I'm not gonna leave you hanging. Let's go through all of these game release dates together. So here's what has been confirmed by Nintendo. So Shin Megami Tensei 5, which has, as we all know, very recently come out on November 12th. Also got Pokemon Brilliant Diamond Shining Pearl, which is coming out on November 19th. Again, some people already have it, which is like, what? That's so early. We've got Big Brain Academy Brain vs. Brain coming out the 3rd of December. And now our timeline begins to dip into 2022. The first announced game of 2022 is Pokemon Arceus, which comes out January 28th of 2022. That is so freaking soon. Like, I can't even wrap my brain around that. That's less than 3 months away. We've got Triangle Strategy coming out March 4th of 2022, which feels so far away, but I am so excited for this game. It seems weird though that on Nintendo's timeline, there's like nothing in between Pokemon Arceus and Triangle Strategy, but it'll be worth it. We've got Kirby and the Forgotten Land in spring 2022. Like, with everything going on, I almost forgot we're getting a new Kirby game. We've got Advance Wars 1 and 2 Reboot Camp also coming in spring 2022. And now we're getting into the vague 2022 dates on this timeline. Splatoon 3, 2022. Don't have a date yet, but we know it's coming. Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild 2, also 2022. We don't know when it's coming, but sometime in 2022. I am really hoping for spring. I don't know why, but Breath of the Wild just feels like such a spring game to me, and that's what I'm crossing my fingers for. Mario Rabbids Sparks of Hope, also just slated for a broad 2022. Same for Bayonetta 3, another broad 2022. And Metroid Prime 4 doesn't even have a date. They just gave it an overall TBA. But the Game & Watch Legend of Zelda version came out yesterday, which I am predicting is already sold out by now. Let's see if I'm right or wrong. But Nintendo broke my brain by just casually dropping that, you know, it's fine guys. We'll get another console between now and the next 28,544 days. Also, the fact that 2099 is only 28,544 days away. Like, if someone told me, don't worry, Nicole, you just have to wait 28,944 days, I'd feel like, okay, sounds good. Like, that doesn't seem too long. But if someone's like, you gotta wait till 2099, I'm like, oh, I'm dead by then. And for some reason, that's the same amount of time. How many days do I have left? Because we all know it's less than 28,544, and that does not feel good to know. I'm gonna be honest with you though, here's the real reason I think they didn't give us an actual date. I think just the chip shortage thing going on, there is no like actual specific grounds that they can stand on saying we will have enough resources to create enough consoles to make this worthwhile. Because Nintendo, I feel like, is not in any position where they wanna have a shortage stopping them from sales, especially because they had to recently cut back on production due to shortages that lost them that premier spot of most consoles sold, and instead the crown was now given to PlayStation, and I feel like Nintendo does not want to do that again with whatever this next console is. So I think things we can know for sure from all of this is that for sure they're currently working on something, and for sure the reason that there is no date is just because of how many shortages there are. I'm sure we're gonna get a lot more clarity once either Nintendo creates something that no longer is like bound by these chips, like maybe they create something that's completely like chipless, who knows, or we're just gonna finally see something in 3 years when the chip shortage is over. But I feel like if I owned a business and there were so many shortages happening, I would really work on whatever my next console being something that makes whatever is in absence obsolete, because I don't wanna have my business structure rely on that. And if everybody else's is, I wanna be like 10 steps ahead of them, you know? Only time will tell, but I'm excited, and obviously I think we're not gonna get anything solid on this for quite a while, but people keep talking about it, so you know I've got to keep you updated on whatever the freshest rumors are. And who knows, I thought it was gonna be like a couple years before we got an OLED, and we got that like a couple months in. Like I started my channel and I was like, we might be getting a Switch OLED, and then a couple months it was already here. So who knows, time will tell, but I'm excited to figure it out with all of you. As always, thanks for watching, and I'll catch you on the flippity flip.